Good morning, pirates. I've got a new build video for you today. I've been tasked with making a build for the Seafire weapon, so I've done it, and here it is. We're using the barge. The reason we're using the barge is because it has Devour and Wildfire. Applying the blaze effect to a ship will apply the same effect to all enemies in a radius of 125 meters, increases weapon damage by 35%, burning damage increases a blaze charge speed by 175%, has devouring, builds up torn sails when hitting a target with a blaze. It also has big guns, which all the small ships do, able to equip front weapons and auxiliary weapons, increase damage and repair amount by 50% on broadside weapons, because you only have 2 ports, so they have to do something. And let's go over the ship. So the weapons, we're using the Blue Spectre for our Seafire, an otherworldly weapon that emits hellish blue flames which burn with increasing intensity when focused on one target. Does 1253 damage. Has superheated, deals an increased amount of damage when focused attacks on the same target. Burning 3, and I rolled on Dire Burning, Lethal, and Amplified Burning, which I couldn't be happier with these rolls. I'm using the Fall Owl on my broadsides. This deadly demi cannon fires shrapnel that ricocheted nearby targets. A behemoth of German engineering, the cannon has a reputation of annihilating fleets. Does 3,674 damage. Hits that land on a ship's hull or structure ricochet towards a nearby target, dealing 75% of the original damage. Has incendiary, lethal, and amplified burning. The only way that this could be better is if this was a god roll for amplified piercing, which is the primary damage dealer. But we'll take incendiary, that's fine. Amplified burning. And then the second one I rolled on incendiary, amplified burning, and lethal. I'm running Sherlock long nines on the back. Exceptional long range cannons favored by Sherlock cripples enemy ships by dismantling their masts and dealing massive damage. Does 4,518 damage. Deals 7,000 damage after the torn sails effect is applied. Piercing 3 and tearing 2. Rolled on damage, soul mending, and lethal. Soul mending rolled with a god roll, so I left it. If I wanted to have the best rolls, it would be amplified piercing to go with the piercing damage that it does originally. Running Storm Vigil from my auxiliary delivers an endless rain of rockets configured to deal flooding and severe damage. A terrible weapon forged by an ancient sea people design. Does 50,696 damage. I rolled on incendiary, lethal, and lethal. They're all god rolls, so they all get to stay on here. This is an amazing roll. Running the Nocturne Heart for my armor. Increases weapon damage while at the height of full health. Favored among St. Anne Randers who are known for striking and banishing untouched. Has Euphoria. Increases weapon damage by 15%, while whole health is above 75%. The furniture makes it all work. Bilge fire barrels. Weapon hits against a target with a damaging status effect have a 5% chance to fully recharge those status effects. This effect has a 30-second cooldown. Increases secondary damage of broadside weapons by 10%. Increases broadside weapon damage by 5%. So this right here is huge. So we're getting another 10% on our secondary. That's the incendiary. And we're getting another 5% on our piercing. Beam supports for your defense. Increase max full health by 7%. Increase armor rating of equipped armor by 7%. You got to have at least one defensive furniture on these little ships for sure. Ground Rod Workshop decreases below time of broadside weapons by 7%. Increases secondary damage dealt by broadside weapons by 7%. The Breach Lock Furnace increases secondary damage dealt by up to 20%. The closer the target is, reduced by 2% per 50 meters to the target. The next two effects, I'm not going to read off just because we're not really using them on this ship and they don't really matter. But that first one's huge. Seafire Works 1 increases secondary damage of the Seafire by 19%. And last but not least, the smoked canisters increase ammo capacity of Seafire weapons by 20%. reduces reload time of C-fire weapons by 10%, increases maximum range of C-fire weapons by 5%. So all these things are great for your C-fire build. Smoke canisters is definitely a must on any C-fire build, in my opinion. First part is me talking, you know, I have to have gaming music, I see.
Would scatter the brave frozen fear. Lepist ran with a coward's gait. Megafort crumbled beneath their weight. No ship too strong, no storm too high. The crew would howl in the sky.
All right. Hopefully the audio is good on this one. I hope you like this one. If you did, give it a like. Got any comments, leave it below. If you want to see future Skull and Bones videos, make sure you're subscribed. All right, guys. Peace.